Welcome to Restless Driver Season 4, Episode 2. This is a live version. It is part of the same series. We're just doing it live this time because I think that'll be a little bit easier on me when I go to edit, because I tend to do better when I do something live. And I don't want to like turn this into a live series necessarily, but I want to treat it more kind of like the old days where everything was filmed in the moment. There was no going back to record something. There was no going back to try to line something up, because believe it or not, this last episode that I did, it took me way too long, especially with the CPU only rendering being the only option I could use. I couldn't use my graphics card for whatever reason. Apparently now they're accepting it as legacy. I don't know what's going on with that. It seemed kind of strange because I thought it was better to have your graphics card rendering alongside the CPU. That's called speeding it up and getting it done quicker. I might have been wrong about that. I don't know. But yeah, we are doing live. We are doing stream. And we have live commentary. So awesome. So the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and fire up this camera, because I'm going to put this... I don't know, the best way to put it is, it's kind of like this. Adding an image, I don't know. Let's take a picture of my computer, or how about my computer, right? So what I plan to do is something along the lines of this. I don't know if you guys can see me moving this or not, but... from the upper right-hand corner, how could I adjust this? What I plan to do is do something like this, where you guys will actually have, like, you see where the computer case picture is? Well, I plan to put the cinematic right there. And the camera itself that I'm going to add later is literally just going to fit over top, kind of like this, but bigger. So instead of seeing me, you'll see this. So it'll kind of switch back and forth, but I'll scale it right. All right. So that'll work. I just have to actually do it. That's all. So anyway, that's back to normal. Without any further delay, I'm letting people try to hurry up and join the live stream. I don't think anyone is necessarily, because right now we only have one person watching. Oh, we have someone leaving a like too. Awesome. Whoever's watching, please tell me a car, because I'm going to pick one if you don't. Apparently we have 2 likes on the video. It's awesome. So I'm going to put my, that there. I'm gonna put this. It doesn't do too well, so I don't know. I'll just stick it right there. So we have like all these cars to choose from, and I will go out and buy a car if I don't have it. I will try to find it, definitely. So yeah, that's that. We have all of these to choose from. I think up to if I do it by date acquired, I have like over 100 cars to choose from. It's like you can do anything basically from this. I know you can't really read it, but you can do anything from up to here. Anything above this. So like we could do the R5 Turbo, or the TTS Coupe 09, or the RE, or I've been playing GTA too much. 787B. I was about to say RE7B, but we would all know what we're talking about because, you know, the names got ripped off and you see it on the screen anyway. We already did this one in the last show, so go watch that if you want to see what it's like. I'm probably going to go with the Bentley just because I want to drive it. So if you want to suggest a car, if you're watching this live, please feel free to put something in the chat. Should probably change something real quick. That's not always good to see when I can just go to the live control room and fix it real quick. Info and settings. I need to change this to a Gran Turismo stream if I can. Live control room. Analytics. Okay, that's alert. No. Shoot. I don't know where to look for that. I want to change the default game from Minecraft to Gran Turismo 6. I don't know. Oh, here it is. Let me put Gran Turismo 6. There we go. So if you guys are watching Gran Turismo 6 live or into that kind of thing, you're more likely to find my video. Enable live chat, automatically block spam messages. I'm going to turn that off because I have a feeling people are putting messages and they're getting blocked. And I don't have that many viewers anyway, so you can't really spam me. So save changes. Let me refresh that just to see if anything's new. Nope. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and do the Bentley, and I'm going to go ahead and turn on this camera. And my plan is to point it at this. So everyone, the camera's turning on right when you hear the little beep. I don't know if you guys heard that or not, but I need to grab a camera power cord for it real quick. I have plenty of storage on it. I have an 8 gig chip, and I have a backup if I need it. But power cord. I don't even have to move my left foot. Mainly because I'm tall, but it was that close. So let me just hook this up real quick and we'll get really started. Hopefully that'll be it. And there we go. And then down and then lock. There. I don't have to touch it for the rest of the show. We're done. Because I have everything up there and we're going to be just fine. So nothing in the chat. All right. Enter full screen. Hide sidebar. All right. So we have the Bentley. And here's how this is going to work. It's going to be the same format as before. I need a fan remote in case I get too hot or something, because I have a feeling I am. So we're recording and we're on air. Awesome. Test drive. We're going to go take this to the World Circuits. This one. Oh, no. Yeah, I might have to reroute the audio to my little earbud here and plug it into my microphone, because right now I have it coming out the speakers, and you guys heard me talking through the speakers when the stream was echoing on purpose. So I'm going to fix that real quick. Now, let me exit full screen. Set that to this. And hey, now I can turn on some music if I want to. So awesome. Enter full screen mode. Put that there. All right. So this is the Bentley Speed 8, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. 2003. It has over 1,000 horsepower, and we're going to put racing softs on it so I can get the best time out. Now, I do realize I caught something. Hold on, that's a bit loud. But basically, I caught an error with the Ferrari that I reviewed, the first one. I think it was the F430-06. Right? But basically it had sport hards instead of racing soft, so the results of it were for a more typical race, I guess, that has limitations, not for an all-out, like, what's the true performance of it, you know, given optimal conditions, you know, such as tires. I mean, they make a huge difference. I mean, you guys saw the Mirage. It was failing miserably with the wrong tires. Switched them out and get the softs. It's a god on the track. Fortunately, we'll never see that. So let me just move that there. So now we have an interior. And I don't need the stick shift right now. Okay, so far so good. Just need to shift more. If you brake kind of late, it does fine. Now, is it worth what I paid for? Probably. I mean, I forgot how much it was. I think it's like, yeah, it's somewhere under 3 million definitely, but I mean, I forgot the price on it, but I did buy this car a long time ago, so I haven't really used it. Yeah, I'm gonna whoa. Okay, so that part's not very stable. My opinion on it, I'm confused as to why the quality looks awful. But hopefully it looks just fine. It might just be me. What's wrong with it? There's something wrong with it, because it shouldn't be slipping out that much. Oh, yeah, hold on. Okay, one problem. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm not prepared for this. I just thought, wonder if it would be cool if I live stream Restless Driver, now that I have decent looking clothes on and whatnot compared to last time. I mean, I was in my PJs last time. So I'm going to flip this microphone upside down real quick. I'm sorry. I really do want to do a good job with this, and I don't want this to be a live embarrassment and then a forever documented as well. Problem is, I can't really hear the engine of it. So what I need to do is I need to fix my sound. Race sound effects, why isn't that at 100? Very, very loose. It's got the stock setup minus the tires. It comes with racing hards, which I don't think is enough if I'm having trouble with softs. I think it's just a little too light, I guess. It is a little hard to manage, definitely. Now, do I think you should buy one? I think you should look into a different option. What kind of option? Well, it depends on what you're doing. Definitely look into something like the Nissan front-wheel drive one from like 2015. I forgot what that thing's called. I'll have to look for it in the dealership. I know where it is. I know what it looks like. It's front-wheel drive, and it's a Le Mans car. It's newer and it handles a lot better to me, at least around an oval where I race it constantly. Trying to get money for, funding for this car, actually. I think I bought this car when I was doing that race over and over again. Yeah, that corner always gets me. You guys saw that last time. And another difference from last time is I'm using the G27, so this doesn't work necessarily, but it is the G27, alright? So last time I was using the G29, which is down there, but that doesn't make too much of a difference because I'm used to either wheel. It doesn't matter which wheel you give me, I can race with both of them. Now, let's actually go for a lap time. One that's actually like worth having. What the? Hold on. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but whenever I go into third person like this, the car literally glitches out. Where's the engine? Do you guys like hear the engine at all? Now you do. I don't know. I'm gonna race from up here from now on. Because that is a strange glitch. One of the most important noises for someone who's who's used to shifting by audio noises. Then, yeah. This is like the closest I'm gonna get to seeing the same thing as the other view that has a glitched out like audio thing. We are way ahead of the good lap. Yeah, this is gonna set a 40 something. 46? Dang. So basically, this is definitely the fastest around the track, because one, it's a race car, and then two, it's just simply fast. Once you learn how to maintain it, my opinion on it definitely changes a little bit. But now I have to take that back, because look how common it is to lose control if you're just the average driver. And I've driven this car on, I think, Gran Turismo 5 as well. It was never that stable. So, all in all, I give it a 3 out of 5. It's not worth paying, you know, that much money, you know, however much it is. I think it's like 2 point something. I don't know. We're going to go find out, actually, because I really don't know. I might be completely off. It might be a $5 million car. Okay, well, I know it's not, but, you know, that's 2J territory. And I say that just because that's like one of the cars I know is in the 5 million range, or the fours and fives. It's definitely not that expensive. So anyway, is there anyone in the chat? Nope. I'm gonna back this away. I think it's a bit loud. I can probably go back and edit it during the professional recording, so. Actually, I kind of liked it right here, because, yeah, I'm gonna leave it right there just because it's perfect. The audio over here is like really quiet, but on here. Actually, here. Okay, I'm gonna leave my mic right there. All right, perfect. Because now it's 50 and this is 50, approximately. I didn't know how to judge it, but it'll be fine. So we are going to go back. I don't want to overload. That's the other thing. So maybe if I talk like right here. I don't know. Maybe I can just lower that down a bit. Yeah, hopefully I won't have to, like, do anything that much. I might have to tweak it, but don't worry, I will make it bearable for you all, alright? Unless it's, like, overloaded constantly. So, anyway, we're gonna go here. We're gonna, unplug this. Cable management, I know how to do it. Hit me up, fam, if you know a good place to, definitely redo cables because they're just cluttered and everywhere. We're gonna just type in car, like the car's name. Wait. There we go. What? Oh, I see it. I see what the issue is. There it is. Yeah, so it's 1.9. It's not worth it. What is worth it? Definitely, I'm pretty sure this car, because one, I like it, and two, it's really good around Indianapolis Motor Speedway. It's definitely good around it. Definitely. It used to smoke everyone when it was like the hot race to do. You may not be able to see it if it's right where my head is, which is this one right here. But I will definitely pull it up for you. Here, you know what? We're gonna go page by page. Oh, hold on, there it is. So for $100,000 more, you can literally get a car that's a lot newer and probably a lot better. Now, unfortunately, I cannot review it today. I'd have to save up. Luckily, I have been doing some races in offline mode, so hopefully that'll help. It shouldn't be too bad or anything. And I'm gonna check and make sure that the stream sounds normal. Alright, it sounds perfect, so hopefully I won't have to like edit anything. Yeah, I'm sorry, I've just never used Elgato's software, and I'm trying to tweak everything to sound as best as it can. There's some other things I'm thinking about trying to like reach out and say, oh, I'll help with you, or help with your thing if, you know, you want me to record parts or something. More on that later, because it's just my personal YouTube watching habits that are gonna hopefully, you know, turn into something cool to do. But I don't want to like talk about it, because like it may not even happen, and I'm just left with this like, wow, you watched that, ha ha ha, you know, people are gonna like pick on me or something, you know, if I do tell. So I'm just gonna keep it a secret. I mean, it's nothing wrong with it or anything. It's just, I mean, you don't really see a 16-year-old watching this kind of stuff, but it is my favorite one. I've seen a bunch of these on YouTube, and by far his is the best I've seen. And I mean, I guess I can tell you what I'm talking about, just so you're not sitting there wondering like what weird thing could he be watching. But basically, you know those Minecraft roleplay videos that people do? There's this one series that's actually very like well thought out. Like, you wouldn't expect someone older to actually enjoy it, but with this you probably could, just because, I mean, one, I'm in high school, and it's kind of fun to just see what someone else's idea of it is, and then two, it's actually got a really good plot to it. Like, you're just waiting to see what happens next. And I mean, I guess you could go check out the Burt Dude. But basically, okay, fine. I'll go ahead and tell you what I'm thinking about trying to do. But I don't even think this is even going to work with my schedule, because I'm always in school, and I'd have to be able to record a part for him. But basically, he said I'm looking for voice actors always and stuff. So I'm like, maybe I'll hit him up one day or something. Because I've been watching that series for quite a while now. It's actually a pretty good series, if you ask me. And I'm not someone who likes Minecraft roleplays. Very strange for me to watch it. But it's actually a pretty good series. Like, you should seriously check it out if you haven't. And my tip is to just jump in at season 4, because it's kind of like, it was good in terms of script, but there were no actors, and season 4 had actors, and anything beyond that has actors. Okay, now I'm going to review the ugliest car ever made. We've always called it the ugliest car ever made, because it's absolutely hideous. I don't like it one bit, and I think it is very, very just, ugh. I'm not impressed by it. It's the 1998 Esperante by Panos, or Panos, whatever. But basically, the Esperante is horrible looking. I don't like it one bit. It looks like they tried to make something aerodynamic, but it came straight out of the 90s, so we're not even going to upgrade the tires because I really don't care about this car. I just don't like the way it looks. But I will show you the performance and see if I actually do recommend it for racing purposes. I remember on GT5, I would always race it. You're probably thinking, oh, well, that's just bias of you if you're not going to put racing hards on it. I mean, racing softs on it. But you got to remember that I don't want to put any money into this car past the initial buy-in. And if it's supposed to be a good car like it was on GT5, and they've only improved the game with GT6, it should be good stock because I was racing a stock version of this. Let's just see if it can outdo the, yeah, Bentley. And yeah, you can laugh at me all you want for watching Minecraft roleplays. It's actually the only one on YouTube that I'm actually, like, really interested in. All the other ones, I can see why people don't like them. Whoa, my gosh. I thought this thing was actually supposed to be good, and it's just... there's something wrong, and I don't know what it is. Wait a minute. Why is it doing that? Guys, I don't know if you noticed this or not, but this is also making that weird glitch where you guys don't hear the engine. What could be the problem? I don't know. But I do have a way to fix it, I think. Now, it did run a 51, so it runs about the same initially as the Mirage, basically. You might as well save your money and get a Mirage. Now, is that car going to blow the Mirage out of the water? Heck yeah, it's a race car, duh. But if you want a car that can go around that track after modding it, you know, putting about maybe 20 more grand into it, or actually, no, I take that back, putting about 200 grand into a Mirage, including the buy-in, and having a lot of money left over, I'd say a good 50 grand left over, maybe, I mean, probably more. But I'm just going to put it out there that for under $200,000, way under, you can have a Mirage that runs a couple seconds slower than a car that's in the hundreds of thousands, even the millions. Just putting that out there. You know, it's like taking a stock Hellcat, modding the crap out of it, and beating the Demon. There's no point in buying the Demon if you can buy a Hellcat and do whatever you want with it for less, putting in it about as much as it takes to get to the stock stock Demon, you know, price tag after modding the Hellcat. You know, because the Hellcat is like 60s and the Demon's gonna be in the hundreds maybe. I mean, I don't know too much about it, but I just know that I'd rather spend, you know, that kind of money for a Demon that's a stock only. I'd rather put that into a Hellcat and mod the crap out of it with any leftover money, because you can have something way better and it'll look good if you get aftermarket parts. But no, I'm going to try to figure out what the issue like with this game is, because Gran Turismo 6 has never done this. Now, I don't know if it's my earbud, maybe, but I mean, it might be my earbud. I'm gonna try to. I don't know if it's just me or not, but I might actually need to just swap out my earbud with earbuds and set it to 2-channel. I mean, I know you guys can't really get the full effect from 5.1, apparently. That's what Sanyo said. But this was set to 5.1. I'm listening to it through from 2-channel, but it sounded just fine on my 5. I don't know what his problem is if he thinks that stereo and surround doesn't work on YouTube. First of all, stereo works, and I think he agrees with that, but I think he was disagreeing with surround working. So I'm gonna just put in 2 earbuds and try not to talk too loud. And I hear popping for whatever reason. I don't know if you guys hear that. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like the popping. Nope, wrong place. So let's take this car back out on the track after I put some racing softs on it. Because you know what? I will give it a fair chance. Why not? We have as much time as we need because this is live, 30 minutes in, and I've only done 2 cars, so I need to hurry up with the next 2. Are there any requests so far? Nope. There's no one really watching either. I'm probably gonna just exit that out. I don't know, I need to go on Twitch and gain an audience over there. Yeah, you know what? Someone remind me in the comments to do the next one on Twitch. Or something. I don't know. I need to do the next one on Twitch. Test drive. No, we're gonna do World Circuit. Go back. And I just want to see, is it because I don't have 5.1 surround? Maybe it's just me, because I noticed that it always works when I'm in a certain view, but then it doesn't work. I don't like those popping noises. I think that's an issue. So I'm just gonna hope for the best, honestly. There's nothing more I can do other than to hope for the best. Yeah, you guys might have been hearing it just fine, but oh well. Can't really do anything about it. Saved it. So, do I like the car? In terms of handling, it's getting a lot easier. I think that's the same with every car, honestly, because my initial thoughts on cars that I don't like going into it, they always tend to be the same, bad. Or even cars that I do like, you know, going into it, you know, they tend to be a little weird at first. But it turns out that this car actually changes my opinion. Well, it is one ugly car, because look at that, how can you like that? It does pull off a very, very good lap time, which is all we need out of this. It's probably got that for cooling or something. Or the designer was drunk on a Saturday night, and he was like, you know what, let's draw a car, and that's what he drew. pull ahead of it. Ah, man, I missed the gear. Don't worry, I kind of cheated on that lap anyway. I might be able to use the stick with this. Nope. Apparently my stick shift still doesn't work with the car that I'm driving. It did that with the Bentley, so... oh well. Now what did the, Bentley pull off? Like a 46 or something? It's back on the track. Yeah, I did go off the track a little bit, but it's not too bad. And I went off a little bit there too, but... I don't know, just don't follow my driving line when you pull off the following time. 46 or 47.436. So, is the car good? It's your opinion, but I think it's good in terms of racing because it handled beautifully. I mean, you guys saw the twists and turns and whatnot. You know, I just realized I did not save the replay on the last car that we reviewed, so I'm going to save the replay. Luckily, we have the live stream, you know, recording something, but I forgot that I was going to put cinematics in. And here's the good thing, is that the way it is, I'd say above the bar that says retry, replay, save, replay, load ghost data, etc. Basically, what I'm thinking I can do is I can put the cinematics high up enough that you may not be able to see some information, but at least you'll get the info at the bottom from the live stream, because it's gonna have to be an overlay so it doesn't cover up my face here, I guess. So that's that. Next car. That is if we have a request. Otherwise I'm picking it again. But I don't think anyone's watching my live stream, which is hashtag YouTube logic, honestly. I feel bad because you guys probably want to see this, and I work really hard to put these in, you know, to my, alright, like I try to put a lot of effort in my shows, and I try to put a lot of these on my channel. So, this is gonna be the 14th episode I've ever done. In other words, and it just means a lot to me to be able to do these, you know, frequently, but not too frequently, because I want these to be special. These are like the show, like this show series and all the episodes within the series. This is what my channel is made for, honestly. If you're gonna come to RacermanXtreme and say, what video is the most, like, meant for this channel, I would personally say it's this show, you know. If I had to delete every single video but 14 of them, it would be everything but Restless Driver. Okay, that's debatable because some of my shows were kind of bad or flawed, but pulling out the ones that were flawed, which is only like 2 of them maybe, but I would replace it with more racing videos for Gran Turismo 6 or GT Sport. But if I had to delete all but 14 videos, most likely all the Restless Drivers are staying. But and then again, that 1 or 2 flawed one that I don't want. I think it's that one where I messed up. I don't know if you guys remember this, but when I used to like make the camera flip around and stuff because I was really getting good at Vegas, and then I kind of toned that down a bit because I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to do 1, 2, 3, 4, kind of like that. Basically, I stopped doing that, and then I kind of got bad at it again, and now I'm trying to get better at Vegas and whatnot, trying to relearn it. But when I did that, I messed up one of the key points. I mean, that's what they were called, one of the little points where at this time, what does it look like, kind of thing. And basically what you would do is you put like one dot here and the frame looks like this. You put another dot somewhere else and it looks like this. And you basically animate it using points on a timeline, and you click on each point and you set up what you want it to look like, and what it'll do is it'll blend it all together to create that rotation or something. Let's say this is your frame. You could like turn it around like this and then upside down, you know, something weird. And well, I messed up on one of them, so my face was constantly getting smaller and then it would like blow up again or something. I messed up and I basically don't have a way to redo it ever, because I think the original like videos were taken from the SD card, and guess what I did with the SD card? I deleted it. I didn't import. I didn't have enough storage to just do that constantly like I do now. I mean, I had a terabyte and I'm still not done with it, but you get my point. I couldn't just do it constantly, because if I did, I probably wouldn't have a lot of space left over. So what happens when your parents get you a terabyte laptop that can barely run Vegas, but then again, it was a good gift at the time, so I'll give them that. I mean, it's not a very good laptop now. It's not meant for what I did with it, but I was able to pull it off. I made my YouTube channel with that laptop, so if anything happens to that laptop, it's like something happened to my channel. Right. Oh, I need to do this one. I love this car. So, I get it. We're going to have a race car theme tonight, whatever. And it actually is tonight. I mean, just look out there. It's completely nighttime. Oh, haha, you guys can't see it, but out there, yeah. I mean, unless you're watching this recorded or something, but, you know, if you're watching this live, haha, you can't see the outside. You can only see the light above me, and just, I guess, it's pretty dark, isn't it? It's even more dark now that the computer's off. Now it's on. But, yeah, that's that. Next car I'm gonna review is gonna be something else. It's not a race car, but we're gonna do this one first. So, this is the car that you guys saw in my most recent video, not the, one telling you guys to come watch this, but the other last one, where I did 2 out of the 5 races in one video. I will admittedly say that, yeah, I dragged it out to over 10 minutes so I could get better ad revenue, but hey, you know what? Who doesn't need ad revenue? That would be every single clickbait YouTuber. And look what they have. Ad revenue. They don't need it. And then look at me. I don't have enough of it for all the work that I do. It's crazy. Like, they do no work and they make all this money. Ah, so we got the sequential. So I'm pretty good with this car because it was really fun to drive. And I believe I did it with the stick shift the whole time. I mean, I might have done paddles. No, I forgot. I didn't have the stick shift at the time. My bad. But no, I love the ISF. I love it. I love it. I love it. It handles beautifully for a GT300. A little loose there. And went off the track a little bit. It's okay. My bad. Oh, maybe it would help if I did it from up here. Okay, hold on. Hold on here. Let me just build up speed and go for another lap. It's got a great sounding motor. And the cool thing about this is the engine is actually in the back. Now, it is an MR drivetrain, and I forgot to mention that about the other cars, like what they are. The Esperante is an FR, so it's got a front-mounted engine. We're gonna just save the replay and then pretend that never happened. I need to fit some better tires on it because it is a beautifully handling car. And it's making a perfect amount of power, just about. It just needs an extra horse. But no, one thing I will do to it is go ahead and lower it a lot, and I'm gonna jack this up a little bit, and I'm gonna increase this a little bit. Not too much, but I'm gonna stick that right about there. I'm gonna lower this a little bit. I'm gonna lower this a little bit. Actually, I'm just gonna leave it right there. This should be the same, and I'm gonna adjust some of this. Now, I get it. What am I doing if it's such a good handling car? You'll see, because usually what I do to these cars is I just kind of guess on the toe angle. I kind of guess on it all, and it actually turns out to handle a lot better than it did before. So yeah, it's like a live tuning session. So we'll bump that up. I usually like to put the camber in the front up more than in the back, because one, we're turning like this, or we're turning like this. Like, we lean forward when we turn. We don't lean back when we turn, necessarily. Especially if you're braking, you're definitely going to go forward. Now, if you're getting on the gas and you're turning to the left, I can imagine the pitch in the back, you know, to be, you know, stronger, I guess. I guess you can say it like that. But what I'm trying to say is, let's say this is your car, you get off the line, you go like this, now turn the car, you're gonna go like this, or like this, yeah, like this. But if you brake and turn, you're gonna slow down, and then you're gonna go to the left. So we need camber up here, I'm pretty sure, just to kind of keep it level. That's what I typically do. I mean, I might be wrong. You might want more camber in the back for whatever reason, but you do as you wish. I'll do as I wish. I just think it handles a little bit better if you put more in the front, because chances are your tire is going to want to turn a bit. Definitely handles a lot sharper now. That's for sure. Now, did I say it was very stable after this? I didn't say anything about that, but turns out it's very unstable if you're not used to it yet. Probably just need some downforce or something. I don't know, you just have to play around with it. I mean, that's how this game works. You just play around with it. Now, the way I do my reviews is I just take whatever car's in my garage and I go out there and I say, okay, I don't like it, or I do like it, and then throughout I either change my mind or I leave it the same because I'm hard-headed sometimes. But it turns out this car does pretty good after modifying it a bit. Oh, whoops. And you have to learn what the new tune can do. If you go into it thinking it's an absolute god, think again, because it's very unstable. Yeah, I'm gonna pretend that never happened. I'm gonna try that again. Oh, and this time we're gonna do paddle shifters, because I want to see if I can get a faster lap, not having to worry about the gear shift. Because that might have been part of the problem. We're gonna turn that up a little bit, just a little bit. It is very unstable. I don't have enough downforce to keep it on the ground. It's wanting to slide everywhere, kind of like that Bentley. Hey, I think you guys saw the stats for the Bentley when I went to go buy tires. Just jump back to that part of the video if you're interested. See if I can outdo this. So we're going to run a 49. Wow. So, some of my thoughts on the car. I think the interior looks freaking cool. And the fact that they took a 4-door and turned it into a 2-door based race car by sealing up the back windows. I mean, heck, you can't even see out the back of this car. This is interior view. There's no back window. You have a monitor, I think, for a freaking mirror, which is dank. Then you have a traditional mirror. I like the visibility of it. I mean, it's really good for a GT300 car. It's probably a requirement to have that, but I don't know. Some cars may not have it. I don't know. But I just know that it's a pretty good thing to have on a nice race car like this. The Bentley, I mean, I would expect to not be able to see out the back because it's a Le Mans car. But the Esperante, same thing, I guess, because I think that competed in Le Mans. It might have competed somewhere else. I don't know. I don't know too much about the Esperante. It might have been in Le Mans. It might have been at 24 Hours of Daytona. I don't know too much about these races, honestly, that do endurance. Yeah, I already saved it. All right, next car, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut off the show because no one's watching live. Unfortunately, I wish you guys could have seen this live because it's pretty cool that I'm finally letting everyone interact with me, but I'm gonna have to go to a different platform if I want interaction. I'm gonna have to go there and like look like someone that's been doing it for a long time if I do go to another platform, because right now my my tab that like shows the live stream is literally the only thing watching it right now as of the time I'm recording and streaming on air and to the computer itself. So anyway, we're gonna go get one more car. What was that car? I said to leave in the comments. Oh, it's probably the shoot, I forgot what car that was. There was a car that I literally just said before this. I'm gonna have to go back and find that real quick. So exit full screen. Go over here. Let me jump back about so many minutes. Oh, the frame rate actually looks pretty good. Oh no, I'm overloading. If I turn that down and then up it, it might work. Sorry, I was just listening to this. I'm gonna have to turn down the volume. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit more, not too much. How about right here? 35, so it shouldn't be too bad now. It should be perfect. I'm gonna have to do a lot of audio editing. That's unfortunate. No, I said I was gonna do a non-race car. It was one of these. I want to say it's this one that I wanted to do, but whatever I said before, leave it in the comments, I guess. We're gonna end tonight's 4-car episode with the... This will be the car that I would recommend over the Bentley. Probably. 8:24. When did I start? Before? I started almost an hour ago. Dang, this is going to be the longest Restless Driver show I've ever done. And it's live. That's the other thing. I mean, I bet if I clip out some of the stuff that doesn't need to be in the final version, it'll come out to under an hour by a little bit. Maybe. I'm not going to cut anything out, really. Even if I mess up, I mean, I messed up live, so what's the difference if I put it in a recording? I mean, it's literally like watching the live stream just later and professionally done by throwing in a camera that wasn't there before and putting cinematic in. I mean, how much better can that get? I mean, it's literally better than the live stream. Might as well just wait if you're not going to watch it live. I mean, at least you're getting the benefit of waiting for something better, but then again, why not just watch it live and then compare it and go, wow, he actually did a good job editing because he took his live stream and he made it, you know, 5 times better. Racing hards, I get it. But this car doesn't need it. I've never driven this car, but it's from one of my favorite years of all time. Even though I couldn't really live through it, I just know so much happened that year that was good. And here's another reason why it doesn't need freaking tires as an upgrade. It just ran a 47. You guys see that save right there? Awesome. I mean, I would have probably killed the car if I did that in real life, but it ain't real life. And neither is the car that you would be buying in this game. So you can do something like that and then save it. Now, yeah, I recommend putting tires on it, but I'm just trying to show you guys you don't need tires on this car, because it does so good already. Yeah, I would have probably killed the car again. So wow, it lived twice. I don't know, I wonder how many lives it has. Oh, man, I didn't put enough steering into it. I didn't steer enough, my bad. Nah, I'm not steering enough either. Again. So do I like the car? Going into it? Yes. Do I like the car right now? It's kind of disappointing, but then again, I think it's me not driving good enough. So it depends on what kind of driver you are. If you're good going into everything, then yeah, buy this car. It's totally worth it because you can learn how to drive it and then stomp everyone. Or if you're bad, like me, going into it, practice with it on better tires. Trust me, tires are like a savior in this game. And did I save the replay last time? I hope I did. If I don't save replays, it's not that big of a deal, but I think I did. If I didn't, oh well. The other thing is that this car is like, what, 900 kilograms? 900 of those, 1,000 paperclip boxes that they have, one of those, or not boxes, but maybe containers with 1,000 paper clips in it. I would imagine it's like this big. I mean, I don't know. I've never seen that. Then you see like a small pack of them. But yeah, this car's definitely wanting to get up and go now. I mean, just look at it. Literally a cheap upgrade without even adding a turbo. I mean, literally, racing softs are a savior for all cars. I'm gonna put a turbo on it if I can. And there we go, fastest time ever around this track. And it was a bit slow through here, so we're gonna update that time a little bit by hugging that. Full throttle, quarter, something, half, maybe, I don't know. I'm not really watching it. But we're definitely gonna get the fastest time if this lap goes well like it has been. Ooh. Saved it. Get on it, get on it. Go, 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 go. 43. No, it's gonna be a low 44. So yeah, now let's go throw a big freaking turbo on it. Now, my favorite car so far, definitely this one. Why? 2004? No, I'm kidding. What I really like about it is that it's freaking just, it's good around the track. Hold on, I can't really see the option. So, mid 911. High, that's better. Now, the other thing I want to do is I want to, now the suspension's good already, but you know what? Let's put the same rule of thumb into this one as the other cars I've done. Now, one of my secrets for how I do my toe angle is I just pick like a lower number, like let's say 30. And I can tell you right now that if I do 30 on the rear, I do 45 on the front. If I do 10 in the back, I do 25 in the front. My rule of thumb is to just simply put this one at 15 less than the front. Why? I don't know why that works, but it actually helps a lot. Another rule of thumb that I have is bump up this, but lower the crap out of this if it's like really high. Because, you know, like I said before, when you brake, you go forward. When you turn, you go like this. So if you combine it, you're moving like this, or you're moving like this. Like you're gonna get flung forward, but you're gonna go into a direction as well, like left or right. So that's just my rule of thumb. Now, another thing that you can do is kind of jack this up a lot. Okay, maybe 25 is a little too much. And then what you want to do is kind of just eyeball it and go, yep, that's about good. And then you want to lower this one a little bit, but not too much. And then again, just kind of eyeball it. We can turn this one down a little bit more. That's about the same. So now we should have a theoretically great not just say transmission, suspension. Now, if you want to go into transmission, you want to just simply up the top speed a little bit. You don't want to mess with it too much because it's fine like it is. I can tell this car really wants to just slip out, so... You know, with its 1,000 horsepower and surprisingly very unstable suspension. Now, there are more, you know, things that you need to do if you're gonna do this to the car. Like, for instance, we need to go, not there, here. We need to go to body. We need to add a lot of downforce because this is not helping. So I'm gonna take it up to 825 on the rear, and instead of 450, we're gonna do 550. No, actually not even that. We're gonna do 575 because that's almost all the way up. That's, I think, better than adding weight because at least now it's gonna stick to the track. That's what I'm imagining the downforce will do because it's downforce. You're gonna basically glue it to the track, put it on rails. As you can see now, it's cornering very sharply. It's trying to find what it wants to do. But I will have to get used to it. As you can see, it's very unstable. And then again, it is over 1,000 horsepower. But it is gonna stomp it. Now, I did run it better looking, but, like, through the corner, but now we can stomp it. So, okay, well, I bet if you had taken that corner a little bit better, you guys would have actually had a great lap time out of what I did. Now, yeah, I get it. It's not very stable. So what should I do to fix it? Well, play around with the suspension, play around with the downforce, see if you can find something that sticks it to the track because it's very light. Maybe add some weight to it because you got all that power addition. It'll definitely come out in the higher RPMs as something very, very fast, but you might have to play around with it. I'm not an expert on tuning. You might want to ask Random Max. Why is my name RacermanXtreme and not him? Well, he doesn't really play racing games that much anymore. A lot of his older videos are racing videos. A lot of his newer ones are shooter games and stuff like that, or him drifting his truck. You know, like that was a great video and all, but more seriously, you aren't gonna find him making racing videos that much anymore. But yeah, that's about it. Anyway, so thank you so much for watching Restless Driver. Season 4, episode 2. It's been a blast doing this live. I'm not going to do this again unless I'm doing it on a different platform. I think that's what I was going to say. I was going to do it on a different platform. But, yeah, definitely a different platform. I'm not doing it on YouTube again. I'm sorry, but, you know, there aren't enough people watching and stuff. I mean, I see someone just joined us right now. I mean, it's literally one person. I mean, that just goes to show YouTube algorithms suck. But, you know, and getting my videos out and whatnot. But hey, at least the 60 FPS looks good. So I can't wait to show this to you in 1080p 60, and you know, finally having everything synchronized between this, and this, because last time it got a little out of sync because I had to keep messing with it. OBS is a real pain sometimes when it comes to camera and mic synchronization. So anyway, oh, yeah, that's the other thing. When I went to record the Bugatti video beating the other Bugatti, now you guys never saw the original time, but I know I stomped them by almost a full actually a little over a full second. Actually, I actually got stomped by that too, so I am not the best driver, but I bet that guy who beat me cheated. I just wanted to make a video for you guys playing TDU2, that's all. But, basically, I'm going to go ahead and end the live stream. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. What was your favorite thing? What was your favorite review? You know, just general stuff like that. You know, don't be afraid or anything. There's nothing to be afraid of or anything like that. So, I'm going to go ahead and turn off the live stream, and yeah, that'll be it. One other thing I'm forgetting. Well, yeah, the Bugatti video, I basically had to move the video and the audio and get them as close as I could, but they're not perfect or anything, because like when you see the number flash 3, 2, 1, you should hear like noise at the same time, and it wasn't quite accurate. But I think that's the only thing I was forgetting to say. So anyway, leave a like, subscribe, comment. I already said that plenty of times. You guys should know what to do when someone says that. It should be, so hit the subscribe button, turn on that bell if you want. I don't see a problem with the YouTube algorithms and whatnot when it comes to getting videos out to people. I don't think that's algorithm based, but the system isn't broken for me. I mean, others are probably saying the system failed, but oh well. So anyway, that's that. Be sure to watch the live version with the edits, which is going to be the recorded version. I don't know where I was going with that. But be sure to watch the recorded version if you're watching this live, and be sure to check out the other shows that I've done in the past. They date back to 2014 if you find the old ones. The most recent one being earlier last month, middle of the month, and it was a pain, and hopefully the Elgato software definitely helped things stay in sync and whatnot, so editing will be better. But anyway, I'll see you guys later. See you in season 4, episode 3, definitely, and hopefully something between that as well. So, bye guys and girls.